The budget, more than an accounting exercise, is also seen as a grand occasion for the government to announce an overarching intent of reforms or a statement of reforms. If it doesn't do it now in this year, it loses the moment. Most likely the government is going to focus seriously on skill development in the budget. We should not be surprised if the government announces setting up of something like a skills university where they will train instructors to skill people in a structured manner and make them readily available for the market. On the indirect tax side, there is a very strong likelihood that services could get costlier. So your visit to the gym or the beauty parlor might get costlier if what we hear is correct, that the finance minister might raise the service tax, the general service tax rate from about 12% to 14%. There is a very strong likelihood that the finance minister is going to clarify on the controversial retrospective tax. Government is also likely to defer the implementation of the so-called general anti-avoidance rules, which is essentially a tax avoidance rule. It was introduced in 2012 but later deferred by 2 years, is again likely to be deferred by 2 more years because that had stoked fears among investors that the government is going to tax them. The rural job scheme, NREGA, the budget might eventually go up from the existing 34,000 crore, but it is very likely that Mr. Jaitley will say that this scheme is in for a design overhaul. The finance minister might say that the money is going to get allocated for NREGA. It's a wonderful scheme. People, landless labor, are getting jobs in rural areas, but this money is going to be used only for building productive assets like irrigation purposes or rural roads or something like that. Few things are important. First, he should say that the government is serious on reforms, that Make in India is not just a slogan, that he wants to spur consumer spending, that he wants to bring about a very consistent, reliable and non-adversarial tax regime for the corporates, and that welfare economics or rights-based welfare programs like the NREGA and the food law are here to stay.